The Bodyguards That Made IShowSpeed Unstoppable. Čia bus angliški video, du iš to pačio kanalo ir tada apie kamerą valdantį žmogų ir sargybinius tos jo apsauginius. Nes man net kilo klausimas, ar jis ten samdo kiekvienoje šalyje skirtingus, ar su jais skraido ir keliauja kartu, tai pažiūrėsim.
Time not too long ago when IShowSpeed's entire universe existed within the four walls of a bedroom. One chair, one monitor, one webcam that falls off now and then. Back then, Speed was loud, wild, and completely out of control. But everything stayed in that room. It was chaotic, but it was safe. As the years passed by, Speed's fanbase didn't just grow, it exploded. And all of a sudden, Speed wasn't just streaming from his room anymore. He was stepping outside into the real world where everything is unpredictable. Speed soon realized that he wasn't just meeting fans anymore. The world outside wasn't kind, and it definitely wasn't safe.
What the fuck? Don't watch him, bro! Who the fuck is this, bro? Get the fuck on! Get the fuck out of here, bro!
And if someone was mean, he couldn't just ban them from chat. That's when Speed realized that he desperately needed protection, not just from danger, but from the chaos. And that's when Henry and Rudiger stepped in. But these weren't just regular bodyguards in black shirts. They became a part of the IShowSpeed family. If you ever tuned into a Speed stream, you can see the chat flooding with "Where's Henry?" or "Rudiger W safe?" Because they weren't just keeping Speed safe, they were keeping the entire operation running. Some fans even say Speed can't go live without them.
Move out the way! Move!
But in Speed's world, it's not enough just to be security. You've got to become family. So who exactly are Henry and Rudiger? And what does it really take to protect the wildest streamer in the world? It all started during the FA Cup 2023 finals when Speed was in the crowd and decided to troll a Manchester City fan.
This guy in front of me is a Man City fan. I'm about to troll him. You don't care about Man City? It's Man City! Imagine being a Man City fan.
But then, all of a sudden, the fan finally lost his patience and did something no one expected. He fought back, but not with his words.
Hey, bro. Bro. What the fuck? Yo.
Before anyone could process it, the guy slaps the phone right out of Speed's hand. Speed's security guard quickly jumped in, but the damage was already done. The bodyguard was quick, but that day, he wasn't quick enough.
What the fuck? Bro, what did you just do, bro?
In that split second, Speed realized that something had to change. Having bodyguards wasn't enough. He didn't just need muscle, he needed loyalty. Because next time, it could end with someone in the hospital. And just a few days...
Įdomu, kiek jie apsauginių uždirba, nes aš asiuminčiau, kad jie turėtų gan gerai uždirbti. Aš žinau, gal aš tiesiog išsigalvoju taip. Aš galvočiau, kad, jeigu tu jau darai tokį turinį, jau ką, tie žmonės, kurie, tave turi saugot, kad tu turi jiems gerai mokėti, kad jie būtų labai gerai motivuoti iš tikro tave saugot, o ne tiesiog ateini, čia man minimalkę duoda, tai what the fuck, blėt, manau tikrai turėtų gerai, ir aš galvočiau, aš atlyginčiau tikrai gerai, bet aš tokia logika vadovaujuos, kad turi incentyvą sukurti žmogų, kad jis tikrai norėtų tą daryti, o ne tiesiog ateitų čekį pasiimti, žinai. Ypač tokiuose pareigose visokiuose.
Later, Speed was in Turkey live streaming from the streets of Istanbul. This time though, he came more prepared. Chat noticed a tall, quiet figure always standing behind Speed like his shadow. He didn't speak much, but his eyes were always scanning the background, taking in every detail, ready for anything. And just like that, without even saying a word, the world was introduced to Henry. Henry wasn't just a bodyguard, he looked like he'd body you. Some say he doesn't blink, others say that Henry can sense a sprinting fan before they even start moving. Henry was so serious about his job that he barely posted anything personal on social media. All people really knew was that he worked in the UK, had experience protecting local politicians, and had even worked with the Sidemen and KSI. Beyond that, it felt like he just appeared out of nowhere, fully built for the job. But Henry didn't need a backstory, because the internet wrote one for him. Parody pages started popping up everywhere, racking up thousands of likes with edits, memes, and clips of him in action. And honestly, after seeing him do his job, it wasn't hard to see why. Henry had arrived, and he wasn't playing around. It didn't take long for Henry to prove himself. He was there for Speed, even for the small things. Like this one time, Speed was trying to find something to clean his phone screen with. And without hesitation, Henry offered his t-shirt.
Yo, chat, should I drop this cord?
Daj mu prowadzić.
No.
But Henry's job isn't always that easy. Like during this early stream, when fans got too close to Speed's car and Henry had to take things in his own hands. To some it looked like Henry might have shoved a woman while trying to protect Speed, and the internet wasn't happy. Soon after that, the streams got way bigger. Fan interactions weren't just awkward, they were getting aggressive. And Speed realized that although Henry had his back, he couldn't be everywhere at once. He needed another set of eyes. And that's when Rudiger made his debut, while Speed was out there.
Charizmatiški labai apsauginiai tie, tipo, visų pirma, jie kaip šaldytuvai, bildas jų, dideli vyrai. Bet charizmatiškai atrodo, tipo, tinkami, žinai, tai roliai. Ir tokie ir intimidating, ir, nežinau, labai įdomiai, taip, tai techniškai nieko nereiškia, bet šito atveju kaip ir reiškia, nes jie prieš kamerą, tie apsauginiai, nes jie ir prieš kamerą, kaip ir dalis to vizualo dar, tai jie, čia atitinka labai.
Streaming from Korea, Rudiger wasn't just another guy in black trying to hold back the crowd. He came with a serious resume. Before ever stepping into the unpredictable world of IRL live streams, Rudiger had already made a name of himself in Hollywood. He worked as a professional stuntman, appearing in major movies like Hobbs & Shaw, where he handled the stunts and even shared the set with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. With a towering frame and an intense, watchful presence, Rudiger gave off the impression of someone you'd never want to cross. Now here's the funny part. You'd think his real name was Rudiger because that's what everyone calls him, but you couldn't be more wrong. His real name is King Hercules, and honestly it suits him better. So why does everyone call him Rudiger? Well, it all started in Speed's chat. When they first saw him, they couldn't ignore the striking resemblance to the German footballer Antonio Rudiger.
Bro, they said you like Rudiger. They said you like Rudiger.
Yeah?
Yeah, in my chat. They said your bodyguard looked like Rudiger. That is crazy.
And just like that, it became more than a joke. It became his new name. From then on, Rudiger was what everyone knew him by. And eventually, he simply became Rudy.
Rudiger?
Rudiger soon became a core part of the stream's universe. Just like Speed, his reactions started taking the spotlight too.
Aš jums, čia jūs nematėte šitą.
Spotlight too. As he became a regular face on the streams, something else changed too. Henry, who was once the stone-cold, no-nonsense protector, began to loosen up. Their dynamic went from just security to more of a duo, one serious, one lively, but both fully focused on keeping the stream running and Speed safe. This marked the beginning of a new era in Speed's live streams. Henry, who used to stand there like a living security camera, actually started having fun. He began doing things he'd never done before. Like this one time during this haunted house stream, Speed was actually losing his mind, but little did he know the person scaring him was the very man he hired to protect.
Who did this? Who did this? Who did this? Black. Where he at? Where's he at? He's black. What the fuck?
But as time passed, Speed gained two big brothers he never knew he needed. Speed's trust in them grew stronger every day. After a wild horse ride when he wanted to get off, without a second thought, Speed jumped straight into Rudiger's arms.
Wait, stop him so I can get off. Stop him.
Wait.
Rudiger, let me go on you. Thank you. Yeah!
And that wasn't the only time the big brother energy kicked in. When Speed was struggling with a tie in China, Henry, just like an older brother, stepped in and fixed it without saying a word. And just like older brothers, they weren't only there to handle the crowd, they were also there to protect Speed from himself. In one of the China streams, when Speed joked about jumping off a boat, Rudiger wasn't impressed by the threat. But when Speed actually doubled down and tried to jump, Rudiger was more than prepared.
I always wanted to jump off of a boat. Huh?
Even though Henry and Rudiger always had Speed's back, one thing was clear. They didn't treat him like he couldn't handle things on his own. Take that one time in China when Speed was choking on some food.
Hey, quick jump! Hey, creeps up.
Most people would have freaked out, but not Henry and Rudiger. They just glanced at each other, watched him for a second, and let him handle it. They kept an eye on him, but didn't feel the need to...
Jeigu norėtum sukurti hit piece, kaip, tipo, užstumti ant šitų sargybinių tų bodyguardų, žinai, va, jiem pohui Speedas, jie tiesiog negali, jiem mažiausiai rūpėjo, jiem svarbiau buvo suvalgyti chicken McNuggetus ar ką jie čia valgo, negu kad springstantis jų darbdavys, tipo.
Step in. Henry and Rudiger might not always be the center of attention, but trust me, when they are not on screen, the chat feels it.
Caught you lacking! I got him lacking! I caught him lacking!
It doesn't take long for the messages to start pouring in, asking where they've gone. Take Rudiger for example. When he was missing from one of the streams, the chat started blowing up, wondering where he was. But little did they know, Rudiger wasn't slacking off. In fact, that day he was behind the camera, stepping in for Slips, who was a bit under the weather.
Where's Rudiger? He's filming! Oh, put the camera to your face! They keep saying, where you at? He's filming!
This just goes to show that Rudiger isn't just a bodyguard, he plays multiple roles behind the scenes. And it's not just the chat who's fan of Rudiger, he's got his own following, especially in China.
What's up? Xiaohongshu. This is Rudy here. I understand you guys are giving me a nickname out here. Xiaomei? Just wanted to say xie to everybody.
Bin chilling. Why boy?
That's showing me love out here, and this is my official account, so I will be posting more. Thank you.
While Speed's the main character in China, Rudiger was stealing his fair share of the spotlight. While Speed was doing his thing, Rudy was out there getting attention of his own. Like this one time in China, when a woman asked to touch Rudiger's muscles, he handled it like a total pro.
I love you both, you know? I like muscle. Can I touch your muscle? Please, please, please.
The entrance.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Rudy might have the wrist to charm the ladies, but when it came to Speed, he was no match for his boss. Like this one time, Rudy decided to raise Speed thinking he could keep up, but Speed showed Rudy exactly why he got his name.
Two, let's see, Ron. You in, one, better. Go!
You're so slow. You're so...
Pala, pradėjo nelaiku.
But his name.
Ai, nors...
Two, let's see, Ron. You in, one, better. Go!
Ok, Speedas tikrai pradės pirmas greit. Bet aš lažinčiaus, kad Speedas jaučiu greitesnis yra, nes, ble, aš mačiau, kai jis ten tikrai greitai bėga, bet I don't know.
You're so slow. You're so slow. No, you're not. You're so
Masės
slow.
skirtumas irgi turbūt.
You lost. You lost. He lost, bro. He lost.
Henry and Rudy might be security, but they're also human. Like many other celebrities, Speed never seems to forget that. When their workload isn't too heavy, they get to have fun just like anyone else. Take this one time in Singapore. With things calm for a moment, Speed decided to livestream something a little wild, bungee jumping.
Why am I going on with Henry? What am I doing?
And of course, Henry and Rudy were all in, embracing the thrill like the big kids they are.
Uh-oh. Hey, GG's, that's it. That's it. That's it. Pull it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I thought they died. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. My heart dropped. No, my heart dropped.
It's moments like these that show, even though they're always on duty, Speed knows how to make sure they get to enjoy the ride too. But not every stream is all laughs and good vibes. Sometimes the crowd gets a little too crazy, and that's when Henry and Rudy have to really lock in. And even then, things don't always go as planned. Like during that stream in Czech Republic, things got chaotic fast, and Henry jumped in to shield Speed from the crowd. But in the chaos, he accidentally pushed Speed himself, sending his head straight into the camera.
Hey, watch out. Watch out. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is my head on the camera.
Oh shit.
Got pushed into the camera. Ah, this is my head on the camera.
Even with all their experience, moments like that just go to show that sometimes things are just impossible to control. But sometimes they have to go a little overboard to keep things in check. Like this one time a kid was banging on Speed's car window way too hyped for his own good. Rudiger didn't hesitate and quickly stepped in. And well, let's just say the kid got yeeted away from Speed real quick.
Don't bang. Do not bang. Don't bang. Don't bang. Don't bang.
Oh, Jesus.
It wasn't personal, just
Čia kaip Izraelis su Palestina, kartais turi tiesiog labai aišką žinutę nusiųs gerai. Jesus.
business. Because when it comes to keeping Speed safe, Rudy's got zero hesitation. The same energy carried over to Changsha, China, where Rudiger wasn't letting anything slide. He was locked in, looking out like a hawk. There were friends everywhere, and when one of them got a bit too close for comfort, Rudy was already on the case.
Where's Unc at, bro? We gotta meet you, bro. We gotta find Unc.
And if there was ever any doubt about how far Rudiger's willing to go for Speed, just look at what happened during his 32 million celebration in Cambodia. The crowd was packed shoulder to shoulder, voices screaming, phones in the air, the energy was off the charts. In the middle of it all, Rudiger wasn't just managing the fans, he was straight up pushing the Cambodian police back to make sure Speed had room to breathe.
We shut the whole country down. You got the Cambodian police right here. This shit's beautiful, man.
Damn.
This shit is beautiful, dog.
Rudiger knew he might have been crossing the line. After all, they were in a foreign country, surrounded by unfamiliar faces and rules they weren't exactly used to. But he didn't hesitate. He wasn't there to take the easy way out. He was there to do his job and keep the person he was protecting safe. That moment during the 32 million subscriber celebration truly captured it all. Henry and Rudiger aren't just hard muscle. They are loyal, always dependable, and fully committed. In a world that moves fast, they're the ones who will always stand by Speed, protecting him with everything they've got, no matter the cost. Just as loyal as Slips, he's the man that's always behind the camera running the operation. His story is fascinating.
Būtent apie Slipstą, turbūt tą kamerameną, sekantį video ir žiūrėsim, tai šokam iškart prie jo.
Chaotic and unpredictable streamers in the world. From his wild celebrations to crazy fan interactions, everything Speed does becomes one of the most watched moments on the internet. But behind the scenes, there's one other person responsible for all of the decisions made, working in the shadows, making sure that every moment is captured perfectly while the whole world watches. That person is Samuel Les, better known by fans as Slips. Slips is Speed's longtime cameraman, executive assistant, content manager, and even his best friend. Slips' job isn't to just hold the camera, he has to make sure the entire operation stays on track. From managing Speed's chaotic schedule to defending him from different controversies, Slips is proven to be more than just a behind-the-scenes figure. While some believe Slips is the real mastermind behind IShowSpeed's rise, others think he's only making things messier. But what's the real story? Speed and Slips first crossed paths in 2022 when Speed was looking for a videographer to film the music video of Shake Part 2 and found Slips in his DMs. But if you ask Slips, that's not exactly how it happened.
We met back in 2022. I don't even know how I found him. I think I was just checking my DM. I think he texted me or some shit.
It's not true. You texted me first. When you started doing training for the charity match.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when it was like turned into a full-time thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But neither of them had no idea that what started as a simple music video shoot would turn into a global phenomenon. Slips helped in the production of the music video and Speed finally released it on YouTube on 22nd January 2022. The reaction was insane and the video got over 26 million views. However, nothing serious came out of their one-time collaboration until Speed needed someone to film his training sessions for the Sidemen charity match in 2020.
Speedui dar tik 20 metų ir tokia patirtis bei populiarumas nebus vėliau kaip Britney, kai laukęs ką metus, kuris įlus kaip sukas ratu. Va čia, žinai, klausimas visą laiką yra, nes, yra visokių pavyzdžių. Gal bus kaip Logan Paului ar Jake Paului, aš abejoju. Gal pasuks į kitą pusę karjerą, tipo, gal kaip Justin Bieberis, tipo, gal kaip Britney Spears, tipo, tiek daug iš tikrųjų yra pavyzdžių dabar, nuspėti jau nesudėtinga. O gal visą gyvenimą yra streamus darys, ką gali žinot, va čia klausimas yra, bet jo, labai nėra pavyzdžių tokių būtent, būtent to, ką jis daro, tokių labai daug pasaulyje. Pavyzdžiui, Logan Paulas, tai buvo kaip ir visai kita istorija. Mr. Beastas jo irgi kinda kita istorija. Mr. Beastas plėtė savo imperiją tada, nu ir toliau plečia, tipo, gal ir IShowSpeedas tą darys, o gal visai kitų kelių pasuks, gal, va, Logan Paulas, pavyzdžiui, tai, nu dabar podcastų savo daro ir, nu, bizniais užsiemo, kai pradėjo irgi nuo tų vlogų kasdieną ir kur tenais galų galiau užsibaigė tie vlogai, labai daug dramų ir blogų dalykų ten, tipo. Nu, tai vėl klausimas, kuom baigsis ir koks pats žmogus. Dabar, kiek limituotai aš jį mačiau, man nepasirodė, kad Speedas debilas būtų. Tiesiog nepasirodė. Aš tokį įspūdį susidariau. Čia vertinimas toks iš smulkių momentų, kaip jis elgėsi, man pasirodė, kad jis ir masto apie aplinkinius žmonės ir kad ten, vat, nu, kai metė tą diską, pavyzdžiui, ir kaip metė, ir kad apmasto apie saugumą. Nėra visai, tipo, tas beproto kontentas, viskas yra kontentas, nesvarbu, tipo. Tai pasirodė iš tikro, va, tam tikrose vietose, kad tai nėra tas atsilupęs žmogus. Tai jeigu reiktų spėti, gal ir nebloga karjerą darys toliau ir protinga, bet ką gali žinot? Va tiesiog ką gali žinot?
Speed was really impressed by Slip's dedication during their previous shoot, so he decided to hire Slips again to cover his training sessions and the actual Sidemen charity match. But what Slips didn't realize was that this was just the beginning of his partnership with Speed, which will take him to over 50 countries all over the world. They worked closely during the Sidemen match, and their dynamic worked so well that Speed decided to turn this one-time opportunity into a permanent role for Slips. With the FIFA World Cup 2022 just around the corner, Speed and Slips knew they had a chance to go and meet Ronaldo. The very next month, they found themselves on a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Qatar. But since Speed was still a minor at the time, it was up to Slips to step up and make sure nothing went wrong. After the World Cup, Slips went from filming Speed's content to helping manage his entire career, but his real dedication was put to the test when Speed finally met Ronaldo. Instead of rushing to get a picture with the GOAT himself, Slips stayed locked in behind the camera, making sure fans got to experience every raw emotion Speed felt in that moment.
I love you, bro. Take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture. Oh my God, bro. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my God. I love you so much.
Jesus.
Speed soon promoted Slips to be his executive assistant. This wasn't just a job anymore. Slips became one of Speed's most trusted people, taking on more responsibility as time went on. All of a sudden, Slips wasn't just setting up cameras and pressing record. He was actively helping shape the content, ensuring Speed's wild ideas came to life, while also keeping things somewhat under control.
Va, kitas klausimas yra, ar jie su Slipsu liks ilgą laiką, žinai, kaip čia, nu, partneriai. Ar bus tas neišvengiamas, teismai nepasidalino procentais, ar, žinau, kaip būna ten labai daug dažna ta situacija, kur draugai ar kažką pradeda verslą, tada tas verslas labai ten išauga ar kažką ir tada pasirodo vienas gal norėjo daugiau, ar kitas ten pasiėmė daugiau, nu ir prasideda tos dramos ir va čia tai yra pasaka senesnė už bet ką kitką turbūt. Menedžeriai ir tie, kuriuos menedžina, nu, tie, kurie iš tikro žvaigždės yra. Va čia yra labai slidus klausimas ir we'll see irgi, nes jauni žmonės dar, kaip suprantu, ir Speedas, ir tas, ir predatoriai visokie, nu, turiuomenį tie aferistai visokie, tarkim, jaunai žmonėm dažnai bando pasinaudoti. Kiti, gal godumas apima ir bando kažką savo geriau pasidaryti, nevertindami, kaip gerai iš tikro viską turi. Tiek daug istorijų iš pasaulio, iš visokių ir influencerių, ir show biznio, ir visur. Va čia irgi klausimas, aišku. Tas pats operatorius, kuris netyčia nulikino būsimus video apie Lietuvos streamą, bet užtat greičiau išleido naują muzikinį klipą. Aš nieko nežinau apie tai.
Control.
Yo. Okay, yo.
Slips, calm, Slips, relax.
But working with Speed is no easy task. His energy is non-stop, and keeping up with him takes special kind of dedication. Slips quickly proved that he was willing to go above and beyond, not just for the content, but for Speed himself. Like this one time, while live streaming in Indonesia, Speed saw a local transportation vehicle called Tuk-Tuk, and decided to take it on a spin.
Pala, Tuk-Tuk! Aš su juo važiavau Nidoj.
For the content, a local transportation vehicle called Tuk-Tuk.
Pala, taip? Pala. Ar taip vadinas? Su draugė važiavom Nidoj link Parnedžio kopos ten, nu, jų takso tiesiog tokį. Taip, jo, gerai, nemaišau. Pirmą kartą išgirdau prieš kelias dienas apie jį. Bet koks prikolas su juo važiuoti. Įsėdome tokį ir fucking lėkėm į kalną ir kaip pradėjo lėkti, holy shit, kaip greit galvoju. Kaip mes neapsivertėm tam gerai.
And decided to take it on a spin. Slips got in the backseat without any hesitation, but nobody expected what was about to happen next.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait, hold on, stop. Oh shit. Yeah, he bleeding on his head right here.
Wait. Let me get it.
Slips got injured in the crash, but that didn't stop him from picking up the camera and finishing the stream like nothing happened. Slips isn't just an employee.
Damn.
He's fiercely loyal to Speed, and that loyalty has been tested
Damn.
time and time again. For example, after the infamous Lambo jump controversy, when people accused Speed of faking his jump over a Lamborghini, Slips immediately came to his defense. He posted proof from multiple angles, showing that Speed had actually pulled off the stunt. This wasn't just about defending a video.
Nėra jokio šansų, kai jis peršokojo. Ką čia kalba? Aš esu matęs tą, bet ten clearly fake, ne? Nėra jokio šansų, kad rizikuotų taip ir mėgintų net šokinėti. Kampai ten ar panašiai, ar tai kažką lemia. Pala. Hail Porsche sako ne fake, tai greičiausiai buvo fake.
It was about protecting Speed's...
Gerai, pala. Ne fake 2 žmonės parašė. Break up with Amy. Kaip iš vis galima tokį įrodymą rastam? Ką reiškia IRL darė? Pala. Ar jūs sakot ne fake dėl to, kad jis tiesiog netransliaciją darė? Čia draugai. Ar žinot, kad tu gali paleisti live transliaciją, bet per ją rodyti pre-recorded video, taip? Tai jeigu turite įrodymų, tai reikia įrodymų, o ne IRL darė. Ne, bet gerai. Kaip galima iš tikro įrodyti tokį, nes aš tikrai skaičiu, kad no shot. Plet, nieks fakt čekų nedarys tokiais klausimais turbūt. Blet, ką fanai galvoja? Čia real, aš buvau mašina. Nu, okei, tokie įrodymai. Ne, nu, žiūrėjau. Proof, kas kokį mes, tipo, bet jo, čia tiesiog nuomonė žmonių, ar ką jie galvoja. Bet jo, kad žinai, mes turėsim kažkokį fact checką. Bet nėra jokio šansų, kad jis peršokai. Nu, yra aišku šansas, bet ir ilgai video darė. Nu ir... Okei, seniai, tu diskvalifikuotas. Tu diskvalifikuotas, kai tokius dalykus rašai IRL video ilgai darė, obviously būna, kai fake, tu tiesiog šitą temą diskvalifikuotas, tu tikrai neturi atsakymų. Jeigu jis ir peršuko, tu diskvalifikuotas, tokias priestis, kai duodi, tu net nesupranti, kas vyksta, seniai. Jo, jeigu aš norėčiau parduoti publikai, kad peršoksiu per mašiną, aš irgi daryčiau laivą ir šikčiau į batą ir pasakočiau, pavyzdžiui, kai tas čuvakas, kuris per Australiją bėgo, jisai kiek video darė, kaip šikai batą ir kaip pergyvena dėl to, nu, Jesus Christ, seniai. Dabar pagalvokit iš kitos pusės, tarkim. Koks draudimas ir kas rizikuotų, o jeigu neperšauks, ypač tokių greičių kaip varė. Kas darytų tą? Ne, aš sakyčiau 98%, kai jis tikrai neperšoko, tai... Rodė gyvą chatą per live, kitas streameris streamino, vienas žmogus per IG live dar yra pilnas screen capų ir taip toliau. Nu, nežinau, pateik man tada, blet, aš nemačiau nieko to, kad skirtingų kampų yra, tai jo, bet tą visą lengva padaryti. Tada, vat, pavyzdžiui, nu, kitas streameris streamino. Visą tą lengva padaryti ir tipo tu turėsi įrodymą. Aš nežinau, kaip reiktų pafact-checkinti ekstremalius dalykus, bet kokis ekstremalų dalyką tokį darė. I don't know. Aš nežinau.
He posted proof from multiple angles, showing that Speed had actually pulled off the...
Aš čia pakankamai greit važiuoja, kad jis tiesiog fucking done. Aš nemanau, kad rizikuotų taip. Aš nemanau, kad taip rizikuotų. Ar kažkas jam leistų taip rizikuoti.
He posted proof from multiple angles, showing that Speed had actually...
Ir tipo jo, mato, tas dalykas yra, kad dabar visi taip pripratę prie feikų, kad jeigu tu tokį ir darytum, tai jo, tu turėtum multiple angles. Ir tą labai net nesunku padarytos multiple angles. Ir tu žinai, kad didžiai daugumai žmonių tas tiks. Jeigu gyvai streaminsi, didžioji dalis net nežino, kad tu gali pre-recordėt video streamint. Gali laivą daryti ir padaryti protingą katą ir tada video parodyti pre-recordėt, sueditintą. Tipo, tiek daug čia skirtingai, jis kelis kartų šoko, tai čia ne vieno to pačio šokimo, čia kita viskas kitaip. Bet jo, aš nežinau.
Taking his jump over a Lamborghini, Slips immediately came to his defense.
Treniravos labai ilgai ir gavo permitą, policija uždarė gatvę jiems. Ir tai rodo, kad jis peršoko? Ne, tai nesusiję dalykai ir neįrodymai, kad jis peršoko ir šoko per mašiną. Hel Porsche, aš sakiau, tu diskvalifikuotas atėma šnekėt. Man tai rodo, kad demandas moderatorius, nežinau, tai viskas gerai, bet... Mano chat'e bent jau.
He posted proof from multiple angles, showing that Speed had actually pulled off the stunt. This wasn't just about defending a video. It was about protecting Speed's reputation. And this wasn't the only time Slips stepped up for Speed. In South America, Slips' health took a serious hit. He got so sick that he collapsed due to lung issues and low red blood cell count. It was the first time he ever missed a live stream, showing just how dedicated he had been up to that point. Most people would take a break after something like that. But not Slips. Despite battling a severe case of pneumonia, Slips was still running alongside Speed at the WWE Royal Rumble. Slips knew moments like this don't come around every day, and nothing was going to make him miss it. Imagine being that sick and still sprinting just to make sure the content doesn't stop. That level of commitment is rare, especially in the fast-paced world of content creation. However, it hasn't all been smooth sailing for Slips and Speed. Being in the spotlight comes with its own risks, and Slips has had his fair share of controversies. One of the biggest was when Slips inquired if they could do a live stream in the Auschwitz camp in Poland. The backlash was immediate, with many people calling the joke insensitive, but Slips decided to double down on it. To make things worse, Speed's ex-community started flooding the situation with inappropriate jokes, and since Slips was a moderator there, it only added fuel to the fire. It wasn't a good look for him at all. Despite these moments, Slips has remained a core part of Speed's team. But it doesn't stop there. Beyond just being a content manager, Slips has taken on the role of Speed's personal bodyguard, public defender, and sometimes even his anger translator. Like this time when Speed went to Norway, he faced harassment from fans after hurting his ankle. Slips, however, wasn't having any of it. He called them out publicly, making it clear that just because Speed is famous, it doesn't mean he has to tolerate that kind of treatment. And this isn't the first time he stepped in to protect Speed. In Denmark, after a man told Speed to go back to his country, Slips immediately got into an argument with him, shutting down the disrespectful comment.
My fucking dick. How your wife go back to Spain? You wanna be fucking racist?
He was so heated that the situation almost escalated further, but one thing was clear. Slips wasn't going to let anyone disrespect Speed without consequences. Sometimes even the rogue fans of Speed aren't safe from Slips' wrath. When a fan tried to leak Speed's location right after he landed in Peru by live streaming it on Kick, Slips instantly called him out, calling him stupid, and making sure everyone knew that doxing isn't just dangerous, it's unacceptable.
Why are you live streaming? You're dumb. What are you doing?
I down.
I don't care.
I down.
I don't care. In the stream.
I stream. I down. I telepe. I telepe.
Why are you live?
That guy was live.
Operation.
I telepe. I down.
Shut up.
Streaming, on streaming, bro. Huancayo.
Fer niekas nėra skolingas, nestreamint, čia nekontroliuoji, kas streamins, kas ne, čia, nu, tipo.
Beyond all the chaos, Slips is also a guy with strong opinions. For example, he's a huge Drake fan, so much so that he's constantly hating on Kendrick Lamar. Whether it's trolling or real opinions, he's not afraid to share his thoughts, even if it gets people talking. This is part of what makes Slips stand out. He's not just some nameless, faceless cameraman in the background. He's a character in Speed's world, with his own personality, opinions, and controversies. At the end of the day, Speed might be the one in front of the camera, but Slips is the real genius behind the scenes.
Bus įdomu žiūrėti į ateitį, dabar jau biškai susipažinę, kokią dramą su jais bus ir kas iš tikrųjų su jais atsitiks ateityje. Nes dabar jie dabar žiauriai jauni. Realiai tik pradeda visą to daryti, nors jau keletą metų daro, bet buvo įdomu bus jo, ką matysim ateityje.
Koks vakaras ilgas, kaip širdim man kelia.